Es el Sweet Sweet Sounds de Social Distance Drinking Club.
Terrible.
Why do you sound like Fez from that 70s show?
Yeah, I just really love everybody right now, and I'm having such a great time. So good.
You guys you're missing the big picture here.
Wait, hold on. Is this better?
No, you guys, Yusuf finally nailed the Boston accent.
I wouldn't say he nailed it, but it's certainly his best attempt.
Yikes. Yikes. Thank you guys for joining us for another episode of Social Distance Drinking Club. This time, it's a little extra remote. I'm in Mexico. And Adam is in what we from Arizona State University like to call Mexico. And yeah, right. But yeah, here we are. So good to have you. So good to see you guys. I missed you guys, but also I missed being not at home. So here I am.
Your home is pretty terrible, actually. I get it.
That's rude. My cat's there. That's so rude.
Yusuf has to travel 1,000 miles to find good internet.
You know what? Listen, don't make me bust this out sooner than I have to. Because I will. I will do it. But with that being said, what are you guys drinking? Tell us in the comments. I got handed this as a gift today here, and it was a very kind gift because I thought I'd get a half bottle, and it was just handed to me para gratis.
That's nice.
That doesn't suck.
Yeah, it's nice right now. It's not going to be nice when I have to finish it before I get on a flight tomorrow to go home. But I'm going to do it.
Squad goals.
I'm just, at this point, I intend on spraying that bottle down on hand sanitizer and giving it to everyone. It's not a privilege check, okay?
It's going to be really terrible when I have to drink this whole thing and get on a flight tomorrow. This whole thing I was given for free. Yeah, that's the word.
That is definitely a privilege check.
I'm in Mexico. I spent the money for it. It's fine. Just the tip money alone at this point. Probably already hit it. And I'm happy.
Privilege, check it into your luggage.
I don't check my luggage. And now you can privilege check me. Salud. Before you guys tell us what you're drinking and before the rest of you tell us what you're drinking, I will already say I've already got my Fernetskis in my hand because turns out all-inclusive Fernet.
Fernetsky, is that Polish?
Yeah, it's Polish. It's Polish. And they had no idea the mistake they made when they gave me an all-inclusive resort and then told me I could have unlimited Fernet. I was like, you're going to lose money.
Did you know that going in that there was unlimited Fernet?
No, but I am coming back here. Considering that, I am coming back here. Also, I am I'm at the Hilton Playa del Carmen right now. I've been here for a few days. And just in general, the social distancing here is amazing. The closest party to me is so far away, you probably can't even hear him talk. If you can, it's because these are awesome headphones. And I'm at their mixology bar, which apparently is not really a thing here. They had to keep explaining it was mixology. So I do want to point this out. The kind young man who made this for me will join us shortly. It's gin and beets and grapefruit juice and lime juice and rosemary with a cilantro salt rim.
Ooh, that sounds great.
Oh, it's good. It's good. Adam Grade, what are you drinking?
You said you got something given to you. I gave this to myself from my fridge. I felt like I deserved it. It's been a good weekend. Arizona Star from the House of Ren.
Did you even tell yourself thank you?
It's kind of like I'm giving myself this and thanking myself all at the same time, actually. Efficiency.
Mr. Ledford, what do you got in your glass?
Had to get on it while it's here. Belching Beaver, Fall of Troy. All I'm going to say is if you know, you know. And if you don't, more for me.
Indeed. And Belching Beaver has some good secret beers. I'm not going to lie. It's good stuff. Brett Barry.
I wear my Wandering Tortoise shirt that I got before the place even opened for their 4th anniversary. I'm drinking the Boysenberries fruited sour. Pastry sour with boysenberries, blackberries, blueberries, graham cracker, oats, and milk sugar collab with Barntown. I am Wandering Tortoise this year.
Brett is a wandering tortoise hipster.
I got this shirt I got before they opened.
I bought this shirt from Justin when he was still bartending over at Pig's Meow before Pig's Meow became Whining Pig.
Oh,
Now
you
that
just
is-
full hipstered us just now.
It's like I've lived in this neighborhood for 13 years.
Hey, do you remember when that one place was called something else, but before that it was called something else, and I was there before it was even open? That was me.
I mean, you probably don't know.
Hipsters are just grandpas who give directions. We'll turn right where the fire station used to be.
Adam, you seem to be nicer if you want any of these cans.
Oh, I mean, that's so cool. I love the shirt.
Yay! I haven't checked the score. I know the Cardinals game just ended, and then I don't even know what the Sunday Night Football game is. Was it the Browns?
Browns and Giants, and we need 5.5 points from Jarvis Landry in a
Okay,
PPR
well-
league.
All right. Well, I am at a
All I
4%.
care about.
I am at a 4% chance to win, so this isn't looking good.
I'm out of the playoffs, so I don't care about any professional sport anymore. I'm not going to make any money. What's the point? It's all stupid garbage.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
You're not.
I'll take my money back at this point because that was an expensive fantasy football league to join. Yikes.
There were some good games today, though. The Cardinals game was really good. They beat the Eagles by a touchdown. That game had everything. It had a safety, a big punt, fourth down conversions, a blocked punt. It had a snap gone wrong on an extra point that would have given the Eagles the lead, an interception in the end zone. Like, this game had everything good and terrible all wrapped into 60 minutes of football.
Hey, Adam Green, that was the worst Stefan impersonation I've ever heard from SNL.
Are we talking about Stefan from? Oh, there he is.
Yeah. It has everything. A high-waisted midget, a blocked punt.
But all
That's
they
fair.
needed was a little bit of cocoa butter on their gloves.
The name of this commentary is called Ooh.
Forgive
By the
me. I'm a smidgy bit toasty. I did spend some time on a beach. Have that privilege check ready. Right now is a good time.
How are the beaches in Mexico this time of year, Yusuf?
It depends on the time of or the place in Mexico and the time of year. But in the Yucatan Peninsula, specifically the Riviera Maya, one of my favorite places to visit between November and February because it's cheaper. Perpetual privilege check. Let's just keep it rolling.
That's the entire show. I think
Let's scroll it on the banner. Yusuf's privilege check. Yusuf's perpetual privilege check.
Here's the thing.
Is that not printed on his shirt right now?
No, here's the thing. That's what I was about to say. Is that the only reason I didn't sit on the wall over here, and I won't point it out until these people leave, but they're about 12 feet away from me. I'd love to show you guys that distance right now. The only reason I didn't sit there is because my shirt would have blended in with that wall. So I would have camouflaged. They're nodding. I see some people nodding their heads at me right now, like, yes, you would have totally blended in with the wall. I don't want to be camouflaged, Yusuf, so it's just a bobbing Middle Eastern man's head. That wouldn't be good.
See, here I thought you were just saying the only reason you weren't sitting on the wall is you would be mistaken for a souvenir.
Possibly, as well. I don't have the same complexion.
Wait, are you saying that you're sitting opposite of a paisley cave of some type, opposite you?
Well,
That was close. You almost got me.
we've talked travel already. Obviously, you guys know I'm here. And the title of the show was Travel Now, Travel How. I made the decision to make this trip. It was a tough decision, and I'm here. And I'm enjoying it. It was definitely a decision for partially my own mental health, because you guys know I traveled 75 to 100,000 miles a year. Privilege checking out. But when it was for work, it was actually
Hold up.
go for it. But
Yeah.
but keep in mind that was actually also mentally exhausting. And it was emotionally exhausting, and it was difficult to maintain things like relationships with my family, my friends, Anyone I wanted to date, for example, it's very difficult to travel that much. But having gone so much time, like so long this year without travel, I was losing it. I don't spend that much time at home, and I need to have that interaction with people in different places, different countries, and such. So I made the decision to do that, but I also made it consciously knowing that I did test positive for antibodies for COVID. So surprise, I had the Rota, kids.
No one is surprised.
No one's surprised. No one's surprised. Listen, there are 4 of us. If only 25% of the people on this show had to risk that.
That is the best Hawash freeze of all time.
That was fantastic.
Did I lose you?
Yeah, we caught you right here, grandstanding. It was perfect.
I saw it all freeze up. Where was the last thing I said?
No, we got into things that surprise us, like it being cold in December and water being wet. And that's what we did while you were frozen. Like, because, you like surprise. I mean, that's what we were doing. It was fun.
Thanks, Adam. How was your day, guys? What's that movie? What's that movie where he's like, oh no, I'm sorry, I'm thinking of Star Wars. Everything's okay here. It's just a reactor leak. How are you? How are you? You guys over there? Everything's okay? Great. Luke, we're gonna have company.
Yusuf, if I think I know what you're getting to, it's that this was a tough choice. You're doing some stuff for you personally, but also you have a good, complete picture of what the risks and responsibilities are associated with travel.
I do. I want to kill this perpetual privilege check banner real quick because it's not a privilege check anymore. It's travel in the time of COVID. So I'm going to type that up. Yes, indeed.
You're going to say antibodies equals privileged travel?
No, let's not say that, because I've done enough research and know enough MDs, and thankfully I've talked to enough of them to know that it does not mean that this is like it's not a pass go collect $200 thing that you have the antibodies. There are different strains of SARS-CoV-2, and they come from different places and different regions, and they have mutated over time. So it doesn't mean that just because I've had it or I have the antibodies or I was asymptomatic that I may travel wherever I want and just not have an issue with it. You can still get it again. We've already seen proof of that. So, but all things considered, I felt much more comfortable taking a direct flight from Phoenix to a place like Cancun, because if you're flying from Phoenix to Cancun directly, you've made the decision to make that trip. That is not I'm not condoning that people travel right now during the holidays, during this pandemic, to go see their families and risk possibly getting their family members sick. I'm going home after this and quarantining myself for 2 weeks. I have contacted some people that I know in the medical industry, gotten a hold of some at-home tests. We won't mention those people's names, obviously. I know, Adam, you got some as well. And I will be getting tested more than once. I'm going to test myself when I get home, test myself again after 3 days, test myself after 10, and then get 2 tests done professionally. I made this decision, but I planned it. So I just needed to make it happen. And here I am. And I'm happy to be doing it right now. And it's great for me. I came here and saw a client I have here, so it was a lot of fun. But
so business write-off?
Oh, 100%. At this point, gentlemen, haven't you figured out that every episode we do is a business write-off?
Wait, so did you reduce your taxable income when you bought that shirt?
I got this shirt at the Dillard's Clearance Center. I have no shame in saying that. Before they closed in Mesa. And it is a Daniel Cremu shirt. Click the button again, Adam. Go for it.
No, I'm not surprised that you got that at a clearance outlet.
Oh. No, I was gonna say it's very flattering though. It's a very suns out, guns out kind of shirt. Like you look good, brother.
Thank you. I love color. I finally have what we don't call a ballroom tan. When you're stuck inside of a conference center or a convention center, I don't have that anymore right now. I actually look like I have some color. I almost look like you guys could deport me from my own fucking country.
I mean, you look good in comparison to this shirt, absolutely. But what I think you're getting at, Yusuf, though, is like what I think you're getting at, like you're traveling on your own for you, right? And what people like us get worried about, especially people like the four of us in our age group and our demographic, it's not so much we don't want to get sick, of course, but the worst thing would be us getting sick, not knowing, giving it to someone else who's high risk. You're not doing that. You're not going home and going to go see your family this week for Christmas or anything like that. So that when the risk is only to yourself, it's a little bit different, I think, in terms of traveling than when you're going to potentially risk other people because of your traveling. So from the sounds of it, like you understand what you're doing. You're going to do the best you can to stay safe. But if it doesn't work out, if you somehow contract it, you're not going to be spreading it to other more vulnerable people.
Correct. And I wouldn't do that. And I think that's irresponsible in general. But it is important to mention that since I don't celebrate Christmas, this is easy, right? And this guy right here, he doesn't celebrate Christmas either. But are you doing Christmassy things this week?
I mean, yes and no. Last year, my fiance and I, she was my fiance at the time, but we did Christmas dinner at the house. My brother, his fiance was in town. My fiance's mom came over. My grandmother came over, and we did a Christmas dinner. We're not doing that this year. You know, my grandmother was like, hey, what are we doing for Christmas? And we're just like, not going to do it because we're cool with doing things outside. We can space out outside, but it's really cold. So like my grandmother, Bubby, I don't think that's a good idea. And like everyone's understanding. Like it's just trying to do the best we can to be safe because is that one Christmas dinner worth what could happen?
Yeah.
You know, because like COVID in some way, we all know someone who's gotten it. And you try to do like the trace of where do you know where you got it from? It's like, oh, from this get together or that get together. It's like, oh, so that's how it happens. Let's try to avoid that because even though all of us, I think, are doing the best we can, if you leave your house, there is some inherent risk. That's just the way it is. So you try to mitigate it for yourself, but even more so for the more vulnerable people in our lives. So no, we're going to do it together ourselves. We're not having people over. No.
Fair enough. Adam, I know you were in Flagstaff and visited our friends at Dark Sky.
Yeah.
You were comfortable doing that? How did it look? How was Dark Sky? Oh, talk about that Astro Cookies, that PA Astro Cookies.
We went.
Oh no, don't talk about that because I don't have any, and I'm.
I am so sorry about that, Adam. Like I tried to get some for me, and then if I could get even more, I would have got some for you. And no, like we swung through Flagstaff. We were doing an errand in Kingman, and we went through Flagstaff. We got some dinner at this. It was like this Himalayan, like Indian food. It was amazing, you know. And what they had in their restaurant set up, they had like the partitions between the booths, and they had the tables all spaced out. It was really interesting how they did that. And then the plan was to swing by.
Ooh, green freeze.
Yusuf Ernest killing me.
Holy cow! I thought it was me. He green freezed.
Yeah, I blame you. But we went to Dark Sky. The plan was to get some cans of barrel-aged Astro Cookie. I'm like, we don't need to stop here. I just want to get this beer because it sounds amazing, and I want cans. And then they were out of cans, so we're like, oh, okay. It was pretty empty. I mean, it was Saturday night, but it was spaced out well. We'd been to Dark Sky before. We knew what their policies were in terms of masking and all that, and it felt comfortable. Obviously, we'll know how good it was a week from now, 10 days from now. But it didn't feel like a situation we were nervous. We were only there for like 20 minutes, 25 minutes. But it didn't feel like a nervous situation.
Right. So their layout is they have opportunity for a lot of discrete seating areas. I think they're in a kind of an unusual layout in the building that they have. Like they can do it better or more easily than a lot can, even with reduced capacity. And that little outdoor area they have is pretty dope.
Yeah, we did not go outdoors. It was like 30 degrees, and we weren't planning on staying long for beers. I'm like, with enough beers, 30 degrees is fine. With just a drink, I don't think we could get there. So, but it felt comfortable. Like it did. It felt like if we're gonna go to a place, this is about as good as we can do indoors.
But Adam, let's you and I have a side conversation in front of Yusuf and Adam Ledford about barrel-aged Astro Cookie.
It's so good. Like I was so disappointed I couldn't get cans for myself and possibly you guys. Like also had their the Barrel Aged Nutty Buddies, which was a collaboration with that tap room bar that you were wearing the shirt for before it even existed. Those were both phenomenal dessert stouts, barrel aged, and yeah, I want them in my life again.
Hey guys, hold on a second. When's kickoff? It's 4 minutes from now, and I want you to call me a cheater again, but I'm due for another bet.
I'm gonna take the Browns, but I just need Jarvis Landry to do something. Like
All right, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? It's the
6
Browns.
catches, 70 yards would be fine. That'd be sufficient. I don't care who wins. I mean, Browns, but Jarvis Landry, please don't stop.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Browns, but also God bless the New York Jets for setting me up for winning my Pick'em League for a fourth time in 5 years.
Wow, dude.
Also, I'm doing pretty well. I'm definitely going to win in my money league, and in my non-money leagues, I'm doing quite well. And if I win that Pick'em League, this 2020 football season could have been very fruitful for me.
You're the one person in Arizona who can say that.
Let me. So what do we got? So everybody else picked the Browns.
No, I'm going Giants.
All right. Wait a minute. Is this a vertical split? If I
Is it
take the
happening?
Giants, is it a vertical split if I take the Giants? Hold on. Wait.
Not
You guys
anymore.
watch football?
Ah.
You guys watch American football? Browns versus Giants. It starts in 3 minutes. Who do you pick?
They assume you're being racist.
Pick a team. It doesn't matter.
Isaac.
Everybody just yelled Giants. I'm taking the Giants. Let's go. Done. It's a vertical split. It's a vertical split. Adam Ledford and I have a vertical split. The decision maker was, 6 people across from me. I'll take it.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
Do we know the scoreboard for overall? I don't think I'm winning, but I'm wondering where it's at with just a couple of games left.
We got to do a little research on that. I have no idea where the fallout is right now. I know I'm on a really bad streak. Shocker.
I just recall the 1 week where I was the person that was arguing with everybody and I was right. So I'm going to say that makes me better than most of you, except for lucky ass Yusuf.
Robert Haddock says the one that they had in the Wandering Tortoise was delicious. Thanks for mentioning Brett.
I heard they had a beer or two
I'm
there.
getting real late now.
Wait, that one that they had?
Yeah, which one? The one that they had. Which one? Which one, Bob?
They had their anniversary this weekend. And an incredible tap list that I saw on
By the way, the Wren House Wandering Tortoise collab IPA is really good.
Not surprising.
So,
They also had Astro Cookie and Nutty Buddy on draft. I may have partaken while I was getting my retail and lost my shit with that thick with 4 C's Astro Cookie.
I really want to try that, and I think that my opportunities are narrowing as we speak.
It tastes like a Pizookie, and it's 13% alcohol.
What's a Pizookie? He said reluctantly.
Ice cream on top of a freshly cooked bowl of chocolate chip cookie.
the problem with the word Pizookie is that it was like fucking trademarked by BJ's Brewhouse. So Oregano's has a Pizookie, but they call it a pizza cookie.
Descriptive. Like it is what it is. Like it's not.
Right. Well, they tried to call it a Pizookie, and then they were given a cease and desist, if I'm not mistaken.
Any dessert that rhymes with Dookie, not a great name.
Nah, Pizookie and
why would you
Dookie
say
are
hard
talking about two different things here.
You know, somebody needs to just make it a Pizooka Joe and see how many lawsuits they can get at the same time.
That would be so much better. You
For
should
the sewer, not for the suey, I think.
You add some coffee as a flavor and call it Pizooka Joe, and it'd be like Joe, like a cup of Joe. It'd be brilliant.
Ooh, that's getting into joke explainer territory. I think you should have quit while you were ahead.
I want to circle back for a second, Mr. Ledford. I know you did a little bit of travel. I got we got some photos from you, but it wasn't very far travel unless you took your bike and not your car, which would have been a killer ride. But you did go see our friend James Callahan in Sonoyta, right?
Yeah, I had a great friend of mine. He borrowed a friend's camper van and posted up in just a picturesque little hill in Sonoyta, which is all of them. It's so gorgeous down there. But he's a cyclist, and he was like, "Dude, let's just have a Saturday. Come down. Let's get a ride in. We'll do some cool beers. We'll go to Rune." And I was like, "This is perfect." So headed out there early yesterday. We decided to bike down to Patagonia, which I say bike down because it's literally 12 miles away. And yeah, that's fair.
This is a good. Hold on, I didn't see what that was because I was pulling something up. But what I wanted to say is this is a good time to point out that Patagonia, for those of you who don't know what Patagonia is in southern Arizona. It's not just a brand of backpack. Continue.
Or the place in South America. And I was really confused the first time I said, "Oh, I took my daughter to Patagonia for the weekend," and I really thought that we were in this like weird elite class of jet setters. But anyway, we bike down there. It's 12 miles, not a big deal, but it's all downhill. And so as we're 6 miles into the trip and we've barely pedaled the entire time, we're both looking at each other going, "Oh shit. This is gonna be bad." And then 9 miles in, we were like, "This is gonna be real bad." And 12 miles in, when we got there, we were like, "Let's just plan like an hour to go the 12 miles back." And so we had some coffee. Patagonia is really cool. I'd never been there before. In my experiences with other small towns that didn't do a lot of mask wearing, like I was very nervous about that because I'm like, I have what's in my pockets and we need to like use a restroom and get some coffee before we head back. And I didn't know what we were going to be up against, but like the first place we went in downtown Patagonia had a giant sign up that said, "Oh, dude." I hate you.
That was me.
Beverages?
Ledford, bikes uphill tipsy. They had the giant signs that said "No mask holes allowed." Cover your mouth and your nose. Don't be a dick. And I was like, "Oh, I love this. I love this." And we went inside and we went to a really cool spot. And we're definitely going to try to go back there and grab some breakfast or some lunch and do the whole experience again because it felt great. It was really inviting. It was really safe. It was inexpensive. And then it took a really long time to get back home. And it was kind of a summerfest.
Here to show everybody what that looked like. Take a look at that. You sent that to me. That was beautiful. You sent that to all of us. It was gorgeous.
Yeah. So we got out to Rune and drank and toasted to the sunset. And it's amazing. Like for those who have been to Sonoyta, who haven't been in a little while, especially if you've been to Rune, they're finishing out their tap room or their tasting room. A lot of the features are getting in there. Like the bar is finished. The merch area is finished. Like the ceiling looks great. The bathroom's ready to go. All the important things are getting taken care of. The little kitchenette is done. It's gorgeous down there, and I highly encourage it because we take safety seriously, and you can't get better on Southern Arizona, in my opinion.
I want to take this opportunity before I pull up a photo to discuss how we found out that James Callahan has some sort of secret we didn't know about. Where have you guys been recently? Anyone watching right now? Where have you been recently outside of your normal travel area? Your home, your local areas that you feel comfortable going to. Tell us where you've been. But also, we found out a secret about James Callahan.
It's true. James Callahan is a bird whisperer.
Ooh, stand by.
While we were in the tasting room, like 2 birds flew in. And I was like, "Oh, what are you going to do? Let's get a trash bag or something." He just literally goes over.
What's going on in this photo?
Yeah, literally goes over to the window, like whispers sweet nothings into this little bird's ear, cups it gently, and like just shepherds it out to the door and releases it. I was like, holy shit, that's the coolest thing I've ever seen.
The photo doesn't do it justice the way you described it just now. And I wish you got a video of it. You're telling me that he just opened the window and was like, "Come to me, please." And then this happened? And then he did this, and then this happened?
Flew in the door, and it was trying to get out the window because you could see it, because the whole front entrance of the Rune tasting room is just a vista into the mountains of the cacti, where you saw that wine glass photo. And so it's like fly on the wall, desperately trying to get out. He just comes up behind it and I was like, there is no way this is going to work. And literally had that bird back outside in like 10 seconds.
So for Adam Green and Brett Barry, who haven't been down there, and for everyone else watching, this tasting room is not yet done being built. Ledford and I went there when we went down for Brew Day with Tombstone Brewing Company, and it's almost done, right? It's starting to look like it's almost done.
It looks so good in there. I mean, they've got lighting. I think it's permitting more than anything else that they're dealing with. And like I think if he had his druthers, he would be able to open it next week. Little. Hey, Brisket, say hey.
Hey, Brisket. Where's our puppy cam? There it is.
Cam. Let's get a pup date.
Update.
Oh god, right in the lip.
But that same tasting room has that view. So shout out to Rune Wine and James Callahan and co. and everybody else down there who's working, making delicious wine.
I like how calm that photo of him, like Jedi mind tricking the bird, looked.
I actually might believe if you told me that James Callahan was Mark Hamill after like a really weird plastic surgery, I'd believe it. Just because of the way like everything seems to work if he tells it to.
Or a heavy round of CGI. Anybody can be Mark Hamill now.
Well, we can't say that out loud. We don't like spoilers.
Look at that picture. Look how calm it is. Like there's this bird. That birds are not the most calm animals. He's just like, here, birdie.
I can't tell. Is that a mockingbird or did he get a cactus wren? Because cactus wrens will land on your arm, but mockingbirds rare.
No, he said it was a flector.
Huh.
But yeah, that's the release photo that I didn't send to the crazy bird.
How do you get that picture? How does this happen?
He doesn't. David Blaine does. You know what? I figured it out. He's David Blaine.
I don't know. I'd tell you more. I guess I should go to journalism school.
Apparently.
Don't do that.
Let me show you guys a couple of photos from here to touch back on being a Playa del Carmen. Here is when I got to my door. That was a sealed door. You can't really quite see it, but it is a Hilton Clean Stay. They seal the door after they go through and sanitize everything. I'm telling you guys, they're ripping off gloves after they touch anything. Single table service, gloves. They have to scrub in practically. And I've been in an OR. They have to scrub in, essentially. Like all the way up to here, they're washing. I watch them do it. And put on fresh gloves before they serve another table. They're doing their due diligence here because they've realized that this is a place that runs on tourism. So without it, they won't survive. And if something were to continue here, they won't survive. If they had to shut down again, they won't survive. We talked about this early on when we started doing the show. So it's awesome to see this happen in a place like this. So Arizona, do better. Because you know what we're not doing in Arizona? Nobody's wiping their fucking arms from here to here.
Hey, just real quick, I just want to say, I know a guy who has kind of made a little bit of a name for himself.
Ooh.
Getting wasted in other countries, traveling and drinking.
Before you do, may I?
Absolutely.
I'm going to step away for a second, but before I do, I want to show a picture, and then I'm going to go get somebody that wants to join us for this conversation. I am currently in that cocktail bar I mentioned. Here's a shot of the front door, like right from the front door of that cocktail bar, with a little bit of a background that says "Play Dirty." I agree. And some drinks we had yesterday with some sal de gusano, and maybe Luis can talk about that too, because that is worm salts.
Are you saying we should have Classy weigh in on this?
I don't know. I got a guy over here named Luis.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Who's Classy? I don't know who that is.
Who's Luis? I don't know who that is.
El
Oh,
gato.
damn it, you brought
Oh, shit, not wrong thing.
Hey, Classy, ¿cómo se dice the drunk cat?
El gato borracho.
gato borracho. El gato borracho.
This camera is backwards. It's always so hard.
Hold on a second. It's finally quiet enough here that I think that actually say hello. So
Oh, I thought he had a cat
let
mask.
me see if you guys can hear. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Awesome. So I'm gonna do this in full screen, but este es mi amigo.
Hola.
Es el nombre alcohólico clásico.
No se ve su cara.
This is,
No, yo sí.
this is Alfonso made this drink. If you guys want to have a quick conversation in Espanol, that would be awesome, and we'll do it in full screen.
Buenas noches, señor. Yo soy un blogger que se llama El Borracho Elegante, vamos a decir, The Classy Alcoholic.
See?
¿Cómo están?
Muy bien, ¿usted? ¿Cómo están las cosas ahorita en Playa del Carmen? O donde sea que están, no sé dónde están.
Estamos en Playa del Carmen, el Hotel Hilton, en un lugar que se llama La Cantina La Mejorada. Es de mixología. Aquí no tenemos un menú como tal, pero ustedes son los mejores menús. Si algún día vienen para acá a visitarnos, aquí ustedes hacen su propio cóctel. Usan algo refrescante, picoso, cremoso. Lo que ustedes piensen, ustedes lo pueden hacer con mucho gusto y aquí se lo preparamos.
Un poco. He says that they're in Playa del Carmen and they have a mixology bar right now and they have a lot of drinks. Yeah, can you just fuck up? Fuck up. A la chingada, a la chingada.
¿En esos minutos?
¿Por qué no se le ve su cara?
Por su nombre.
Porque mi cara está muy gorda. My face is too fat.
I know he was asking why he couldn't see your face.
Oh, I heard, because my face.
I figured you heard, since you know, tú hablas español o no.
Dígame, señor, ¿cómo están las cosas? ¿Cómo han estado las cosas durante la pandemia?
Mal.
Mal. Say during the pandemic, things have been bad. ¿Cómo? Dígame por qué.
No viene mucha gente para acá.
Not a lot of people coming, huh?
I'm thinking so I got this bottle when I was at the, I guess in some places they call it alberca, in some places they call it la piscina, but I got this bottle at the pool, and so I'm thinking I want to ask him to make me a drink with this Don Julio. What should we drink with this Don Julio? It's Don Julio Reposado. What should we have with this? Just straight?
Mi amigo Yusef, ¿qué debe tomar? ¿Qué tipo de trago debe tomar mezclado con Don Julio?
Margaritas.
Okay, yeah. So, universal word.
Universal margarita with a Don Julio Reposado.
Sí, lo clásico.
Pero la margarita es clásico, pero un poco aburrido. ¿Qué más podemos hacer? What else can we do with it? That's not boring. Like
Podemos hacer algo con Don Julio, miel. También le podemos echar a grapefruit y
yeah.
canela. Infusión de canela, infusion de cinnamon.
Cinnamon, yeah. That's
Sí, perfecto.
Sounds
Muy bueno.
¿Está bien?
Sí.
Okay. All right, let's do it. We're going to do that. We're going to do that. Pero, ¿es posible bebida? Con Don Julio en canelo.
Sí, pero sí, otra vez no tengo canela, pero a ver si consigo.
Ok, gracias.
See you.
Muchas gracias.
Hasta luego.
that's dope. I got to speak Spanish on your dumb show. That's awesome.
I don't even know where I threw my headphones at that point because he like came around the corner just in time for that. It was insane. It was like your head popped in and he popped his head over. So now that everybody's gone, I'm going to show you guys what this looks like. This is the space I'm in right now. And when I said that I would have blended in with that background, I wasn't kidding.
I assume your shirt scared them all off.
No. They were actually really excited. They started waving. I think they wanted a little love. Maybe I should have had a couple camera shots for this, but I wasn't prepared for that.
Hey, Yusef, nice shirt. I bet you get a free bowl of soup with that. Hey.
But now I know that Classy's going to join me for the next trip I take to a Spanish-speaking country so that we can get the
the classiest of beverages with classy, or rather, el alcohólico classic.
After the pandemic, because apparently everybody's still traveling during the pandemic. Fuck you guys, everybody else. Fuck you guys. It's all
Hey,
good.
bro, you can come out here. You just can't go bike with Adam afterwards.
No,
That's all.
I don't travel a lot, but only because I kind of want to die and kind of I'm okay with bringing other people with me. It's cool. Like I've accepted it. It's fine.
There we are.
They need to make a giant cat mask face that you can drink through because Class D has to deal with that, and that's unfortunate. That's a market that
It's
that
like
needs to be
Mandalorian, okay?
satiated. I think.
So classy. If I heard him correctly, and I think I did, and obviously necesito más practicar en español, pero yo entiendo. He said that he did not have any Canelo at the moment, but he's going to go find some.
Right. Yeah.
Canelo, for anybody wondering what that is a specific type of cinnamon they call real cinnamon or real cinnamon, and it's a different type of cinnamon bark. It's not as thick as the cinnamon we find back home. It's thinner. It's almost like papery cinnamon bark, and I'm really hoping this shows up shortly. If you have anything to add, Classy, I'd love to hear it.
He also said, "Why can't I see his face?"
He did.
Yeah. He really was very confused about it. So apparently, I need to expand my celebrity status into other countries, which I have. I've been to Puerto Peñasco before the pandemic, of course, and I tracked down all of the craft beer in that town within 6 hours. It was great. So afterwards, let's all take a trip to celebrate to Puerto Peñasco, which white people call Rocky Point. That's not what it's called, but
Puerto Peñasco. Okay.
But we have
Puerto-
we have a day with friends in Hermosillo as well. There's a really strong craft beer scene, spearheaded by Buki Bichi, but also there's a place called Union Pub there, and it's amazing.
London pub, asshole.
London Pub, that's what I
London
said.
pub, yeah.
I totally said London Pub.
Yes, Hermosillo is fantastic Mexican town. It's like Tucson, but a little bit even nicer, I think.
I have an idea. Before the end of the show, I have a really great idea. I'm looking at our. By the way, everybody, we do have a backstage chat. I'm looking at everything in here, and I saw Mal and Maul, and I'm thinking Darth Maul. And since we're on the topic of Star Wars, why don't we figure out a way to make a drink called Darth Maul? But we have to figure out the recipe for this drink together before the end of the show, and I'm going to see if I can't make that happen. And if it does happen, I'm going to put it on. I want to do it on Instagram. I will film it or do it on Instagram Live after the show.
Fireball and blackberry because it's black and red.
That sounds Darth Maul.
Let's,
Darth Maul.
let's do this. If unfortunately, it looks like some of the comments aren't coming through, and that's very, very upsetting. Thanks, StreamYard. Fix that shit.
You know, Yusuf, take that drink and then just cut it in half and share it with a friend.
But should it just go down the hatch?
But
Shut it down. I'm done here.
unless you've watched the Clone Wars cartoon, and I don't assume you guys have, I have so many things to add to this, and I can't.
Would you say that the joke has legs to it, Adam?
Eventually.
Hey, other Adam, shut up, nerd.
How does it feel to be insulted by a guy drinking out of a cat mask?
You know what? There's a beautiful brown man under the Mandalorian's mask, and this one too. Everybody thinks
Hey,
that.
Pedro Pascal is one of the best actors we've seen in a while. He
100%.
killed it in Narcos, and literally killed it in Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I call him the brown viper all the time for totally different reasons.
I believe those are called sand vipers, but that's fine. No, never mind. I'm thinking of Joe Pesci in a. Never mind. That was a different word. Never mind.
My OnlyFans to know why I'm called Brown Viper. My craft artisanal porn account.
I thought the brown viper was what happens after a day of drinking.
So every day. So we're upping the ante. As some of you know, all my Horus beers came in. Hooray!
Your what beers? How dare you call her that?
Where am I Horus at?
Where my Horus at? So this is a hazelnutty amazingness based on the Barbados from last year, and I don't know what to say. I haven't tried it yet. I'm super excited.
You're still-
Yeah, okay, totally.
Hey, Classic. He's still very confused why he couldn't see your face. He was like,
Oh my god!
I told him my face was fat. That's why I don't know. Okay, no, tell you know what? Tell him that I am wanted by the law, and because he's a Mexican, he understands.
Jesus.
Nailed it. I can say that. I'm browner than this. Not Yusuf Brown, but you know.
I'm at a resort. He's from the Dominican.
That's even worse if you're in Mexico. Fuck, man.
I'm kidding. He's actually Mexican. I'm just fucking with you.
He was worried for a minute.
Yeah, just tell him I don't. Two things. I'm running for the law, and I don't want my ex-girlfriends to find me. That's it. He'll figure it out. He's got it.
Reasonable.
Fair. Can you send that to me in Spanish so I don't have to use el translador de Google?
Soy fugitivo. Fugitivo de la ley.
just tell him, soy un pendejo.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Also,
that one gets used too much. Also, I want to tell you guys something. This is where I want to end this conversation. We started this conversation about travel and being responsible, and I know that we're having a great time right now, and I'm super excited about figuring out what anybody else wants to have in a Darth Mal. By the way, this is happening. I'm going to make this happen. But I want to tell you guys something. America, be fucking better, because those of you who did travel here and you're being assholes, stop being assholes. Stop it.
we're not traveling at all because it's the middle of the pandemic, but whatever. It's fine.
Literally, even if a police officer is wearing a mask and asking somebody something, they walk up to them with no mask on. And they're like, yeah, bro, I'm just looking for a... Don't do that. You didn't come here for that. If you did, you're being a dick.
All cops are bastards, even Mexican cops, so it's fine. Go ahead.
Yeah. And I did see somebody get kicked out of this resort for refusing to wear their mask, so...
That's awesome.
I believe what was it from Full House?
That's how the Christians do it.
It out.
Okay.
We lost him.
We lost them. All right. The government should be paying people to stay home. Everybody who's like, hey, how are we going to pay for it? Richest country in the world. Fuck you. Richest country in the world. Suck my dick.
So he's back. He's grabbed some of the Don Julio. He's making us a drink.
Oh, cool.
It's going to happen. So we'll get to see what the drink is. And we'll wrap the show up with that. Muchas gracias para todo.
I feel like this is going to be a Darth Julio.
A Darth Julio.
I would drink the shit out of a Darth Julio.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Ooh, I do it.
People on Twitter are calling Baby Yoda Yodito because his dad is named Mando. So it's like Tío Mando. So Yodito is kind of, I think Tío Mando and Yodito, they're brown.
Yeah.
Not Baby Yoda.
I would prefer a Qui-Gon Ginebra.
Shut the fuck up, other Adam. It's Baby Yoda to the end of days.
Wait a minute. We're just going to sleep on Qui-Gon Ginebra?
Yeah,
Qui-Gon Jinn?
Pretty good. That's pretty good.
I was trying to harass. Which way? I don't know what the camera is. Trying to harass.
Yusuf, the joke didn't land because not all of us speak Spanish fluently.
Well, this is between me and Classy, okay? This is between me and this guy.
I didn't realize Qui-Gon was Spanish.
And that guy. But
Also, don't call Adam out. You can just look at his face and see he's been through a lot this week.
it's true.
Yeah.
One thing.
You should see the other guy. He looks great. He's totally fine.
He had to pack his fist in ice for a half a minute.
It's actually
We should see that flight of stairs.
Wait, Adam, did you get your ass kicked?
No.
Like, it's hard to see through this mask, but like if you're I'm in boxing. We should fight. You want to fight? Let's fight, dude. That'd be dope.
I thought we talked about this, you and I, but if you want to box with Adam instead, because you and I are almost in the same weight class.
It goes to watch Yusuf get his ass kicked, not me.
Speaking of boxing, this has to be a post-show conversation before we lose you, at least for 2 minutes. But that Canelo fight last night.
I haven't watched it. I don't pay for boxing because like it's too much money for
I mean, the whole hotel stopped working. They were all done working, and there was 12 rounds of nobody's available at any bar.
Well, Classy will just say he won't pay for boxing because if he wants to see a boxing match, he'll just go to a dive bar in Tucson.
Exactly. Go to the South Side, baby. Let's do it. Oh, so here's the thing. my Adam is learning Spanish. So as he gets better at it, we're gonna get drunk at the South Side and we're just gonna fight Mexicans all the time.
Yes.
It's gonna be dope. We're both gonna get jacked to shit and we're just gonna pick fights in bars. It's gonna be awesome.
So
Give it to you.
we could do this all day, and eventually I think we'll do this all day with somebody else. let's not saying you, Classy. I'm saying like we'll maybe open this up to a small private forum where we'll invite some of our fans to join us, to have drinks with us and have a long conversation over a drink. But
Fight Club.
like Fight Club, only we don't talk about Fight Club. Damn it, you broke the rules.
That's fine. You know what? I'm not, if I'm gonna fight somebody and kick their ass, I'm not gonna not talk about it. Like I'm gonna fucking brag about it all day. Like you said, if I knock your ass out, I'm just be like, hey, you remember 6 months ago when I punched that other brown guy in the face?
There's such a long line of people who are going to kick Yusuf's ass. Like
Yeah,
you have to get in line for that.
Hey guys, Classy has claws.
bro. Bro.
Yusuf,
saying-
what are you doing over there, brother?
Are you saying he's classy?
By the way, when you put that mask back on with the sunglasses, and it looks like a weird Middle Eastern remake of the movie Cocktails.
I was hoping you were going to say Lawrence of Arabia, but close enough. That's fine. That'll work. I'm just trying to look like I'm very superstitious at the moment. And maybe there might be some writing on the walls.
I didn't get any of that reference.
Only Jerry-
That would agree. That's fine. I just thought you were trying to compensate for the brightness of your shirt.
Thank you. I appreciate that. This drink's on its way. Thank you guys for watching the show. I am going to, you know what? Fuck it. We're teasing the thing. I'm putting it on Instagram. We'll show you guys the drink. Mr. Green, thank you for joining us, as always, after a long day of work, because I know you had to watch a football game, and that's a hell of a lot of fucking work.
And I got paid for it, so it's cool.
It's insane. It's amazing what they pay you to do sometimes. Like,
When the Wildcats lost 70-7, that was hilarious.
yeah, that was a lot of fun, wasn't it? Several attractive people have joined me now in this room. So, cheers to you guys. You are no longer con Alcohólico Classy. He's gone now. He just got.
We don't make your whole personality other people's achievements. Your whole happiness to other people's physical achievements, and that's fine. Then you don't be so sad.
Support the show, guys. Social Distance Drinking Club.com. It's right there at the bottom of the screen. Please do, so that I don't use this money to go on vacation, I promise. I use my Hilton points. I earned them myself.
You expense them.
Yeah, I did. I totally expensed most of this on my own dime. I'm going to go crush some Don Julio. If you're not following us on the Grammy Grams, I believe it's here, and we'll tell you what it's at, so you can find us. It's Social Distance Drink Club on IG. Bam! There it is. It's not Social Distance Drinking Club because those people won't give me that handle, and they're not using it.
Fuck those losers.
I don't know this guy.
I tried to be amicable with them. I asked. They said no. Terrible. Terrible.
I hope they get the Rona. Give it to them. You said
No, don't say that. That's terrible. Mr. Barry, thank you. Mr. Green, thank you. Mr. Ledford, thank you. Always a pleasure. Can't wait to see you guys in a little over 2 weeks. So I know I don't have SARS-CoV 2 y 3 y 4 y 5 y 7 y 8 y 9 y 10.
That leaves like 11, 12. You have a lot of COVIDs.
There we go.
You nailed it, Adam.
Cheers, everybody. Signing off from Playa Carmen. Wait for it. I have a beverage already in front of me. You guys can see it right here. There it is. Este con qué?
Jengibre, ginger, hibiscus infusion, tequila, and
Ginger, hibiscus,
tequila,
tequila,
and lime.
and lime. There you go.
say salud to the guy. Say salud.
Salud. Muchas gracias.
Nailed it.
Hey, I always nail it. Or in Espanol, I nailed it. Cheers, everybody.
Hey,
Appreciate y'all. And we will see you guys on Wednesday.
Oh yeah.
Except for somebody was supposed to put up that whole thing, and I didn't do it.
Hey, did Yusuf end the show? I couldn't hear him over his shirt.